So when we're talking about rhythm in American English or languages in general, this idea of stress timing versus some other timing is kind of nonsense, right? I mean, no, it's not. I got a comment earlier that I want to respond to because I think a lot of people get confused by this. This person was saying how, a lot of teachers have this teach this nonsense of stress timing and blah blah blah, and how the examples they give don't match, how they actually speak. And there's some truth to that. There's some good points that this person is bringing up. When teachers teach things, especially something as complex as rhythm, which gets even more complicated in real life situations with intonation, um, basic examples can come across a bit exaggerated, a bit unnatural sounding, but we're trying to communicate the basics. Now, this idea that seems to be going around, as far as I'm aware, or has been going around, that there is no, stress timing in English, or there's no syllable timing, and blah, blah, blah. It's disheartening because it shows how easily misinformation can, catch people, and or how poorly of a job teachers, myself included, can do with effectively communicating these concepts to you. Now, is it true that there is no, specific, like, oh, this language is 100% stress timed, blah blah blah, and this language over here is 100% syllable timed? No. That does not seem to be the case. That my understanding is we used to think that was the case. Linguists used to think that was the case. I use we in a general sense. I'm not a linguist necessarily, but um, the idea, the truth, really is that so a language like English, which is stress timed, you might not always be all the way over here on the stress timing. Maybe you can get a little bit, more syllable time features. Spanish, on the other side, sometimes maybe it can be a little bit more stress timed. That's fine. But in general, and maybe there's something in between, some language, Brazilian Portuguese seems to kind of be all over the place with it. But for a specific language, there does seem to be some sort of dominant side that tends to underlie the language. And in American English is definitely stress timing. So I just want to put that out there, and hopefully, well, actually, one more thing. Probably not going to edit this, but there's the idea of intonation I mentioned earlier. I think one reason why people get confused and they think, oh, there really is no, stress timing, syllable timing, whatever, is because in real life, intonation adds that extra layer of complexity. And you might have a particular sentence like, I don't know, I want to go to the beach, my favorite example. And I could say that in at least a dozen different ways, guys. Like, I want to go to the beach. I want to go to the beach, but I don't know if I can. I want to go to the beach, not the park. Okay, that's specifying, some sort of comparison, this, not that. I could say, well, I want to go to the beach, but I don't know. Or I could say, I want to go to the beach, but I don't know how to get there. Okay, so there's all kinds of things, intonation, emotion, all these different layerings that can affect the exact flow and whatever, but the basic underlying rhythm, even though things can move around with the focus word and things like that, the basic essential rhythm is still stress timed. It's still the same. So I just wanted to throw that out there for you guys. Hopefully this is useful, clears up some confusion. If you disagree, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.